Well, welcome to Dogman's Mountain Workshop. We're going to be out here today for the first time on the tractor. Actually, I was on it for probably a half an hour or so the other day, but I didn't do anything with the backhoe. So now I've got the backhoe all set up. I've never run a backhoe. I've watched a lot of videos. So that right there already makes me an expert. That's right. So I took a few scoops out already. It was not pretty, but I figured, well, I might as well film so you guys could see what an inexperienced man can do right off the bat. And I don't even know if I can do anything right off the bat, but I got the time lapse set up. I'm going to put you around my neck and watch. You can watch what I'm doing, the mistakes I'm making. Over in here, as you can see, I'm probably dealing with a lot of roots and a lot of rocks. But I want to dig a big hole and throw some of this in there. Now I am going to sift out some of these tiles and some of the toxic stuff that I don't want buried, like this garden hose, but I need a place to put it. Then I'm going to come over here with the backhoe and break all this up. I don't think all of it's trash. I think there's a lot of dirt and old burn piles in here. So let's get some good practice on the backhoe by digging a hole that we can use. And I guess here we go. All right, I'm gonna take you with me. All right, are you guys with me? I do got the bucket down and I've got the deals down there. So let's just fire this dude up. We're about right there. Climb on up. All right. Like I said, I'm brand new to it, so all you armchair experts, hey, if I can fly an airplane, I can figure this thing out. And that's what I'm gonna do. Just takes me a while to get the feel of the. There we go. That's what I want to do. Oh, that didn't get much, did it? I know, it's aggravating watching somebody do something new. Okay. That's better. I'll get the hang of it. There we go. All right, I'm gonna put y'all on time lapse and we'll get this done. Let me get this back in place before I get off the tractor. Well, we got a little hole dug. Got a long way to go. It's just a matter of getting used to the controls. There's nothing really hard about it. Man, this thing, I'm impressed with it. I really am. It's got a pretty small bucket, so, you know, it's still going to take time. But it beats digging with a shovel. There was no way I could dig this with a shovel. I hate to even say this, but the next time I lose one of my pets, it's going to be so much easier when I have to bury them when I have that. Because, let me tell you, there's 12 dogs over here. And I dug almost every one of them. Well, I did dig every one of them. My brother helped with his dogs. I'm going to tell you, when my first dog that died here, Lucy, it was August 31st. It was 105 degrees. It took me 3 days. I was in terrible shape also. But it took me 3 days to dig her grave. Oh, it about killed me. But as you can see, we got Melly. That's Waddles the rooster. Yes, I buried him. My boy Waldo. Miss Libby. A lot of you guys remember, you will remember all 4 of them for sure. Wally, I didn't start doing videos till probably a few months after he died. Actually, that marker says May of 2020. It's a misprint. It's supposed to be 2021. He was a silly boy. And this is Lucy. She died in 2017. Man, she was one of my favorite dogs ever. And then this is my brother's dog. And then Lulu died in 2020. And yes, I gotta get their graves looking good. We'll be able to do that now. I don't know. But what this pile is over here, if I haven't said in another video, and there's another one there, when I first bought the place, we had a burn pile set up right out here. And what was left, we just pushed off what was then woods. So these ain't woods anymore. I've cleared this. And I've got a good portion of it. I think a lot of it's just probably rotted, and there's not, hoping there's not a whole lot of trash in here. But I'm going to get some of this, like the tile and the rubber hoses. If there's any steel, I'll put it in the scrap pile. And I can already see there's some steel in here. And, is that steel? Oh, that's a stick. But anyway, a lot of it, it's been 12 years. So a lot of this, if there was old burn pile stuff, you can see there was, it'll be rotted. Hopefully. And I got to be careful. There's a lot of nails, a lot of roofing nails in here. So I'll make sure I scrape it good. But I definitely got to get these hoses out of there. I got my truck here. I'll throw a lot of this stuff in there and take it to the dump. I'll get a good load. And then I got to get this stuff, hoping next week to get all this stuff to the scrapyard. That satellite dish alone is about $200 worth of aluminum. So I'm not calling anybody to come get it. I'm going to do it myself because I want my $200. And I can probably crush this up better now that I got the tractor. I'll take the backhoe to it or the bucket or something. Smash it down a little better. And this is all steel. There's copper. There's some copper, mostly steel. There's some aluminum in here. And we'll get it to the scrapyard. So I'm going to take a break. That kind of hurts my back a little bit sitting in that seat. I'm obviously not used to the controls yet, but I got the concept down. It's just you got to get good at something, okay? Anything you do. When I was taking flying lessons, you know, first few landings I did were horrible. But after you do them enough, you keep doing them and you get used to all the controls. And believe me, there's a lot more controls on an airplane than this thing. You get used to it. And one of the hardest things was learning how to taxi. Because you don't steer a plane with the yoke, you steer a plane with foot pedals. It really wasn't that hard, but we're used to steering with a steering wheel, and then you got the yoke in front of you, so you naturally want to turn the yoke, and well, it doesn't do anything. So, but we're going to get all this cleared out here. I'm going to get back on this tractor in a minute. Most of these stumps I'll be able to dig out with that tractor. There are people doing amazing things with that model tractor, so it just, you know, you got to take your time and get it done. But I want to get all this stuff graded out pretty good. I'm going to buy the blade that goes on the front of the bucket. There's all kinds of things you can add to this, but for the most part, I already got what I need. The bucket and the backhoe. So, all right, I think I'm going to move the tractor over this way so I can dig a little deeper from that direction. And I don't know, man, maybe I can... I picked this spot because there really was no trees, but you can still see there's a lot of roots. There's no way you could do this by hand. No way in hell. It's about 3 foot deep now. But this is good practice, so this is why I chose to do this. I'm not going to go doing any ditch digging projects before I know how to even run the backhoe. So we're getting used to it. All right, well, I guess that concludes today's lesson. I guess I could jump in there and it'd be good for me, but need to come around a different direction, scrape a little more. I don't know. I think what I'm going to do once I get most of this crap moved around is I'm going to find me a spot back here. Let's go back here because I want to build a shooting range. A lot of this could be good fill dirt for the shooting range. Now there's a house right there. There's horses in here, so I don't want anything aiming this way. So I'll show you what I'm going to do. Come on, me. The safest direction, and there's a creek and like a swamp down there. So, and this goes downhill. So I think right over in here, it's going to be almost 90 degrees today. It's going to be 91, I think, tomorrow. So we'll be turning the AC on for the first time. Man, we just had a freeze. Now we're putting on the AC. So I'm thinking right here, I'm going to clear a whole big strip of this out, and I'm going to haul some of that dirt and some of that crap back here. I'm going to make a kind of like a U-shaped mound. I'm going to go buy some railroad ties. I'm going to make a nice shooting range. It's going to have the, you know, the target pulley and all that stuff, and it's going to have, you're just going to have to wait and see, and that'll be on this channel. But if I aim it that direction, it's going downhill. I'll have a mound. I've been shooting back here for many years. Never had anything. There's nothing but a mountain there. The cattle are on this side and the horses are over this way. So it's not going to hurt anything. But I'm going to make it safe just in case anything was to be back there. Nothing will get through. I guess that's about it. Man, I tell you what, I don't have any regrets about buying this now, because this is going to be so handy here. Yeah, I've watched a lot of good videos on this tractor. People are putting it to work. I am very glad that I got that canopy. That is going to make all the difference. But yeah, it kind of gets to my back sitting there. I was sitting kind of forward, hunched over, because I'm new to that, and you know, I got to get used to it. I will. I was already getting the hang of it there towards the end. I had to go buy a 20-gallon or a 5-gallon diesel can today. I have one, but it's full of gasoline, because when we had that storm, I dumped out what diesel was in there, and then I filled it with gasoline. But I ordered a 14-gallon diesel container that has a pump on it. So I will be able to maybe set up a stand somewhere and just pull right up and fill up my tractor with it, because I'm going to be on that tractor quite a bit. Let me show you something else that is in the future plans. Come on over here. This is a driveway, actually. This used to have a big circle drive, and it will again. And you can see the slope right here. Comes right through here. All I got to do is just grade this out real good and bring in some gravel, and it's ready to go. So I don't know how many years it's been since they've used it, but it's always been here. And you can see you just come up the driveway there, and you'll just come through here, right up and around. So that is another thing that is on the burner for the future. Oh, all right. I guess that concludes this video, guys. Hey, I appreciate all of you who have subscribed. We're going to have some cool projects coming on this. Hey, there goes another one. Mine's cooler. We're going to have a lot more projects coming up, so stick with this channel. And if you like the talk channels, I've got Ouachita Mountain Living and, of course, the Dogman. You can check those channels out. They've been in existence a lot longer. A lot of old DIY videos on both of those channels. So if you want to see how I built any of this, or the carport going up, or how I built the doghouse, you're going to find those videos on that channel. So thanks for watching. Happy trails.